from the 30.
Easy. Get ready. Quiet. 64.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And going deep for... And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 63 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
Let's go. Ready. Yellow lady. 53. Mike 53. No game on this defense. No game.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. Where are the numbers?
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track.
Ready? You ready? Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch. Saints first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 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 check. 21.
Here's Breeze to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Set. 95, 56. Guys, game situation. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 40 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And this is caught by Watkins. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Check my 47. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a very tough 3rd and 15 forthcoming. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 65 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Breeze, throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Yo, yo.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 39, Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Demario Davis there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 45 on second down, Mahomes. That's complete. It's Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here, Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the kick by Butker is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Kamara, try to run for it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready, ready. Hey, hold on. March back forward. Short. Hurry.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. A gain of 6 there on first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Bridgewater out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He'll air it out deep for and this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 38 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick that his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're...
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. from the gun. It's a run for Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line and linebacker. 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Williams. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it with Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds his man Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Charvarius Ward in on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territories. They need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now it's Sherman, the fullback. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And going deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he...